Welcome back. So we're done. Done and tested, actually. We took her for a little spin today. The overall build, as I've explained previously, was really nice. I did drift away from the kit with the tire and wheel package. I will say these VX2s from Vanquish are super soft. I mean, if you look, it's wrinkling just sitting there. I abused them a little bit today. They're super grippy. There's no denying they are super grippy. But they wrinkle up and twist real bad. Might be better for competition, but I might spin up the kit tires on my next run with it and see how they do for trail bashing. These were overly aggressive. Don't know how long they're going to hold up getting that kind of abuse, but whatever. For those that don't know, beauty of a Phoenix, no body clips that you can see. Up front there's a pin with a body clip on the far side that is a pivot point. In the rear there's two hidden body clips so that you can pivot the body up, gain access to your battery tray if you got something going on you want to look. Super easy. Where I mounted my on-off for the Fusion Pro, I can actually tuck the fender well out just a little bit without unclipping the body and hit the button and turn it off and turn it on. The overdrive servo and the dig servo and the mechanism and the transmission, all that worked flawlessly today. Super nice. One little pointer, if you're setting these up, when you're setting it to an individual position, start with your endpoints really low on the radio. I think when I finished, one was at 20% and the other direction was 18% on either one of the servos. So you want to start your endpoints really low so you're not overdriving that servo and burning it up. And when you test a position, if you reach in and can wiggle that arm when it's locked into a position, you know you're not putting too much tension on that servo and potentially burning it up. So everything came together good. It performs really awesome for essentially no modifications from the kit build other than different tires and wheels. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's got some scratches on it now already. It always stings a little bit when you got a fresh paint job and you go out and you put your first bit of rock rash on it, but that's crawling. We did have one casualty. My driver's missing. Now he's not missing. I know where he is. I did not have him attached well enough, obviously, because he took a tumble out there, and well, if you're ever out off-roading and you're rolling over, you don't want to reach your hands out because you might lose an arm or two. I'm gonna have to do some surgery, put him back together, and find a more secure way to attach him. FlySky GT5 radio, my first experience with this radio. It's cheap by some people's standards. It's cheaper than any of the race radios I've ever used, significantly. But for a 6-channel radio for 80 bucks on Amazon, and that includes one receiver, it does everything it's supposed to do. It does it well, and the programming is, in my opinion, easier than my Futaba programming. I had this set up and running in a very short period of time. It worked flawlessly. I do need to get some kind of thumb steer assistance. I got big hands and just not quite enough reach. The third channel switch is right in the right position. I can tap that with my finger all day long. I'm using that on my dig. I'm only using either full dig or no dig, regular four-wheel drive. There is a center position on that where you can put the rear axle into neutral where it'll just freewheel. I wasn't going to use that on my dig, so dig on, dig off works perfect. My overdrive, I'm using the channel 4, which I'm using all three positions, so I can have normal overdrive all the way through to high overdrive. If I go to the center, the front drive shaft is disconnected and it acts like a two-wheel drive truck. Kind of handy if you're trailing. Disconnect that front drive shaft and just be pushing with the rear wheels. Not so much drivetrain in play, less drag on the vehicle. I mean, in theory, you could say you're going to get better battery efficiency in between crawl spots. It just takes some of the load off things. I used it a lot today and it worked out really well. The the low overdrive, I think it's 6%, works well in most situations. The high overdrive, when you really need it, almost works too well. It's 40 some odd percent, and you're dragging the rear a lot. It's almost like partial dig at that point. Very effective, but I found myself using that sparingly because there was a lot of times I didn't need that much dig. I got some run footage that we're going to go to. GoPro and the fisheye doesn't do it justice necessarily. We were playing on some very interesting rocks that had a lot of areas of verticality and a lot of challenges. This thing worked flawlessly. Honestly, it works better than any other rig I've ever ran. So I'm very pleased with it. You know, if you want me to recommend a Phoenix kit, absolutely. Whether you go with the portal or the straight axle like I did, it's a quality machine. Even though the plastic axled ones are significantly cheaper than their more expensive ones, it puts them in par with their competition out there and makes them able to compete in that market. I've always been an Axial fan, and I still like my Axials. This Vanquish will give it a run for its money. Let's go watch some real live outside footage. We actually didn't have rain today. It was awesome. It's loosely based off a Toyota FJ pickup.
Nice. Alright, well have a nice day.
Thanks.
Underwater in an FJ. You have your selectable overdrive.
Yeah.
I have overdrive in this one, but it's stuck. Just the difference in the gears and the front rear axle. Oh, you're gonna do it, aren't you?
Yep.
You are videoing yourself, right?
Yeah, as long as the camera keeps running.
you know I'm never going to make it up now.
Yeah, it's kind of slickery.
And you got the much better tire than I do.
Come on, settle that front end down. There we go. There's just so many lines here to crawl.
Oh, that was close.
What's that?
It made it. I can't believe it did it, but it made it. It made it without the HOG.
Dang it.
I don't know which is the last of two evils now.
Right?
Did you come down this crack or did you come out right there?
That came off right here.
Right.
Yeah, I had to put a hand on it. I ain't gonna lie.
Down. Almost. Got in a bind.
Whoa.
There's so many lines out here.
Right?
Ooh. Hey James, right over there, that stair step. What do you think?
Worth a shot.
I'm gonna drive over there, but
I gotta fix my body. I tucked it a little bit.
you did what?
I tucked it in on the skid.
That tire wrinkled.
Yeah, I can't get a hook on top though. Oh, almost had it. Not so much.
Right behind it. No problem. Right up there.